Good afternoon, Flosstube. Welcome. I'm Ali, Wee Scott in Yorkshire, and this is my Flosstube. Thank you for all the lovely comments that you made on my last Flosstube. Welcome back to any return of viewers, and welcome to any new viewers. It's lovely to have you. And I hope you find something of interest today. So today is Sunday, and I did have that open, it's gone again. It's Sunday the 18th of May, and it's 13:58. So I'm getting this done a bit earlier than I normally would do. I did that the last time as well. I think it's because the weather is so much nicer now, and as you can tell, I'm up in the craft room again. It's nice sitting up here. I don't know what Shadow is up to. Probably trying to get out the window, but I've deliberately not opened it very wide, so she can't. But they're sat up there at the window watching birdies and everything else that's going on, and if she knocks anything over, she will be done for. Bambi's bum gets her into an awful lot of bother. Right then, let's start. So, we'll start where we always start, and we'll start with 5 and 5. So the last time I spoke to you was 2 weeks ago, which was, I ain't got a clue. You know me. This is Ali, you know, that doesn't have a clue what day of the week it is normally. Let's see. Okay, so where's the calendar? Da 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 da. No, that's not what I wanted. Utilities, there we go. Calendar. So 2 weeks ago was the 4th. Yes, the 4th, of course it was. It was the 4th of May. May the 4th be with you. I'm not going to go there. So yeah, so the last one we did was 4th of May. I had been at Knit and Natter on the Saturday, and I was working on the Blue Tit bookmark, and I will just start all over. There it is. So I think I was saying when I last spoke to you, I really should watch myself back before I film again. I don't like to see myself on screen. So the last time I saw you, I was like, right, I really need to get moving on this because we're not getting anywhere very quickly. So I think we're getting there now. So we've got 2 blue tits. We've got 2 flowers. I've been working up the border on this side. And I'm going to do the same on this side as well. I've got another blue tit and a flower to do the rest of the branch, and then we can get all the back stitching and the French knots done, and then it'll be a good one. I can just finish it off and it'll be a fully finished off finish. So that's blue tits. Can't tell I'm excited. I've got something to show you. Right, you go in there, you behave. Right, so we've done that. Next one is this one. And this one is Spring Sampler. I'll just get the chart out. There it is. So, as you will remember, Spring Sampler, or Seasonal Sampler Spring, to give it its proper title. It's by Diane Williams of Little House Needleworks. That is the design there. And that does not do it justice. Not in the slightest. Because, as you will see. I have a finish. It's finished. Look, it's done. Hang on, I'll just fold this up properly so you can see it. There we go. There's still a bit of a fold there, so you can't see it properly. Go away. There. That's better. I was showing this to the girls at Knit Natter yesterday, and I was talking to Caro, and I was saying actually there's a little bit of a personalisation in there, shall we say, because I'll just bring this in a little bit, show you. This bit here has got 4 stitches in it. It should have 5, so that should be up a bit. And it wasn't till I came to do the flower pots on each side that I realised I was 1 stitch short going up the way. And it was getting quite late at night. It was probably about, I don't know, about getting on for about 12:30 by this time. And I looked at it and I thought, I'm going to have to frog all that back. And when I checked the other side, I had done exactly the same thing. Not intentionally, it just happened. And I thought, well, that would mean frogging both sides back. And I thought, I don't want to do that. So what I did was I took a line out of the flower pot. So there you go. I'm owning up. It were me. I did it. It doesn't detract from the pattern at all, and it's my own little personalisation, and it's done, and I'm really pleased with it. So it's a finish. It's a finish. My second finish of the year. So that means that spring will go into my little house needlework collection in, I think it's that one there, and the next one that will come out, because I'm just going to keep working on them, will be summer. That's winter. What are you doing, Ellie? Honestly, you're naughty. There we go. So this is summer, and when 5 and 5 starts again next month, this will be started on, so it will be a new start for June, and it is really pretty. I just love it. A lovely, lovely design. I will be counting my stitches. So yeah, that's going to be started in June. That's the new start. It's going to go on the same fabric because, as you know, I'm planning on doing all 4 on the same bit of fabric, and then I will make it into a cushion, most likely. I may get it framed, but it depends. But I think it's more likely to be made into a cushion, and then it can sit up here and be admired by me. So that's what is happening with this one. It's a really nice series, this. I got winter and summer when we were at Create Nostalgia in, is that in April, I think? Can't remember. And they didn't have autumn which I was quite sad about, but I have it on good authority that autumn is now out, so I'll be able to get that, and then I will be able to work on the rest of them. I'm just really pleased with it. I'm just so glad I finished this. So yes, so that's that one. So we put that over there. This can go there because it's going up there. Right, so next, what was next on there? So next one on the agenda is Winter Sampler by Croquetta Go-Go. So I'll just get it up on here. Don't need the calendar now, we know where we are. There we go. So this is Winter. So say by Croquetta Go-Go. I got this from her Etsy shop. Again, it's another series. And I had a message this morning from Di saying that summer is now out in this. And Tan and I were trawling through a couple of months ago looking, because she'd come across the Halloween one and she loves Halloween. And autumn was there and spring, but we couldn't find summer. But now we know why, because it was in production and it's just been released. So I'm going to add that to my got to have list. But where I am at the moment on this is I have just stitched the tree to my right, which will be to your left, next to the squibbles, and I'll show you. Oops. Oh. There's the tree. I'm just going to come a little bit forwards. Isn't it lovely? And I also added in the stalk for the strawberry because I'd forgotten to do that. So Shadow, what are you doing? So the whole thing, there we go. Really pleased with my progress on this. I was actually looking and I've done over 7%. How did that happen? That never happens with me, as people will tell you. Because I was always very... I'm very old school. And when it comes to books, I prefer paper books. I love the smell of them, I love the feel of them, I love the illustrations. And I was always very hesitant to get Kindle. And it was Golden Horn, who had got a Kindle Fire. They were doing a special offer at the time, and he said, "Oh, you can put Pattern Keeper on it." And I was like, "I don't want to put Pattern Keeper on it. I don't really do Pattern Keeper." And this was round about lockdown, and then of course everybody was doing pandemic, and I thought, "Oh, go on then." So, I don't have as much in my Pattern Keeper as everyone else does. I'm just looking at what I've done. So I've done 7.72%. Overall, I've done 1,948 stitches out of 25,238. And if I just See, my library's not that big, is it? That's all that's in my library. So there you go. So I'll keep this out because I'm going to need it for the next one. So yeah, this is going to go back into 5 and 5 because it's doing what it says on the tin. It's getting at least 5 days. Well, it's getting, doesn't always get 5 days. This week was a bit hit and miss because I was actually in the office twice this week. I'll explain the reasons for that later. But it meant that I was really tired this week, especially Tuesday. Tuesday I was in Bradford, and then Thursday I was in my normal office in Leeds. And Tuesday night I was just completely exhausted. Wednesday I was also exhausted. Thursday I was back in the office. So I was equally as exhausted on Thursday. So it was really Friday and Saturday when most of the stitching was done on that. But I probably did about 350 stitches on it. I'm happy with that. It's still got more than 100 stitches, so I'm happy. Right, next one, which is the 4th one, and that is Spring Awakening. Where is it there? There we go. So this one is by Stitches Through the Years, who are also on Etsy. And it is just a stunning little design. It's beautiful. All those snowdrops. I thought they were acorns to start off with, but they're not. It's spring. You don't get acorns in spring. So they're definitely snowdrops, but look at it. Let me make it. Oops. I don't want you, Alexa. Go away. Me and technology. Just wanted to make that slightly bigger. There we go. So you can see the detail in it. It's so pretty. I think the last time you guys saw this, I was hoping to finish the centre panel that I was working on, and I didn't quite get there. I'm afraid tiredness overtook me. But that's where I am. So I'm going to get back onto this today. There's a tennis match coming up, starts at 4 o'clock. The Italian Open men's final. And congratulations to Yasmin Palini, who not only won the women's final yesterday, but she and her partner, Sara Irani, won the women's doubles this morning. So well done to her. She's such a joyful person to watch. She really is. But yeah, I'm digressing again, aren't I? So this is where I am. And if I have a look, and I'll tell you how much I've stitched on this. Yeah. I should just leave it on and then I wouldn't have to keep doing this. Okay. So at the moment I'm at 12,000. No, shush. I'm at 12.80%. I have done 1,295 stitches out of 10,116. So again, that's pretty good going for me, considering that I don't really do stats like this, and especially with, with the percentages and everything on Pattern Keeper. but I am really, really pleased with it. So again, as I say, this is going to get picked up today, and I will be stitching on this while I am watching the tennis later on today. Now, I thought I had brought up my Roll the Dice project. Could have sworn, how did that get down there? Could have sworn I brought it up, but I can't see it. No, it's not there. Okay, so I must have left it downstairs. But Roll the Dice is Bare Tree Forest by Little House Needleworks. It is going to go on the same fabric as the sampler, the Little House Needleworks sampler series, because there's loads of fabric and it will just go perfectly on that piece of fabric. So I will get that started, planning on starting it 20th, which is Tuesday, I think. So I will get a start on that on Tuesday, and then I will work on that for the rest of the month. I'm through in Wales next weekend. It's the Cheshire Stitches day retreat in Bromborough on the Wirral. So I'm really looking forward to that. It'll be nice to see everybody. So Bare Tree Forest will definitely get quite a lot of love on there over that weekend, because I'm going through on the Friday, coming back on the Monday. Really looking forward to that. Just need to sort of kick back and have a bit of a relaxing weekend. So, and I think Di is of the same bent as me, that she just wants to relax and do a bit of stitching and just kick back and have our stitching day, and then just sit and chat and stitch like you do. So that's stitching plans for the next couple of weeks anyway. So I was thinking downstairs, I normally watch Flosstube in the mornings at the weekends. So I caught up with Just So Sherrie yesterday morning. And I watched another one, and I can't remember what one it was. This morning I've watched Stuart in Stitches. And I have a lot of them on my phone, but I didn't have them for watching on the TV. So I've spent this morning adding them on, so that I get, it will automatically pick them up. So I've added all the ones that I watch. And I've added 2 on there, and where did I put the, there it is. Now, if you remember, last time I was on, I was talking about all that fabric I've got and how I wanted to start making some project bags. And sorry, I've got bits of fluff everywhere. And Caro at Knit Natter, she'd sent me a link on the Knit Natter WhatsApp group, and it is called Little Drops of Wonderful, and she does all types of project bags, and Carol turned up yesterday with 2 of them that she had made, the drawstring bags, and they're absolutely brilliant, and she said the tutorial is fabulous. So sorry, I'm going to be watching that one. Stuart and Stitches, he also sent me a link for project bags. Sorry. And that was elizabethanncanstitch, and he said that her tutorials are really good as well, especially for putting zips in and stuff. So I have added both of them to my watch list, and I'll add them underneath when I'm save this and put it out to general public, to everyone's dismay. And I'll put the links on there so you can go and have a look. I'm actually quite looking forward to sitting at the old sewing machine and doing something. Might get some little finishes done as well. As I've got a couple of things that I was going to make into little pillows that I've never got around to yet. So I'd say, it might, in the summer months when it is really nice, but a bit too cold to sit out back, we'll probably come up here and sit and either sit and stitch or sit at the sewing machine and get some finishing off done. Plans for the not too distant future as well. I was also thinking today, I'm thinking along tennis lines like I always do. And I have got the whole 2 weeks off for Wimbledon. And I was thinking, it was actually my lovely friend Tammy Spruce, popped into my head. And in the not too distant past, she had set a challenge that whenever she finished had a page finish on pandemic, that I had to work in it for 5 days. I was like, right, okay, and I was always like, oh, Tammy, but I would do my bit, and I would work on it for 5 days. It didn't always get a lot of stitching done, and I seem to remember that I had to frog before I could do anything, but I did do some. And it was short. He was showing a couple of the long dogs that he's working on, one of which was Saga. And it just came back into my head, and I was like, I need to do something with pandemic. Even if I get a page finish, I'll be happy. So, I just happen to have it here. Pull this out. It's on a massive bit of fabric, as you can tell. It's got fluff everywhere. This is where I am with it at the moment. And I am using, where is it? It's over here. There it is. It's a silk lace weight yarn, hand dyed, that I'm using, and it literally changes colour every couple of stitches. It's beautiful to stitch with. I think, yes, and you have the label, and it's at the bottom of the bag. And it was by Solstice Yarns, who's a local lady. And I think, here it is, it's called Zoria Lace, and it's 100% mulberry silk called Gossamer Wings, and I think it may have been the name that made me go for it. So I bought 2 skeins of this and rolled it into a cake. Didn't do an awfully good job of it, but never mind. As long as I can stitch with it, that's all we're worried about. But yeah, it's very, very pale, very gossamer-like. So the reason why I'm whittling on about this is, as I say, I am off. What size is this? It's a bed sheet. I am off for 2 weeks in July to watch tennis. And normally when I'm watching tennis, I stitch. And I thought, thinking about long dogs, thinking about Tammy, and ultimately thinking about pandemic, my aim is to do 100 stitches a day on this through the 2 weeks of July when I'm off on holiday. So, watch this space. because I may finish a page and start another one. You never know. So it just was, you know, you have all these, I have all of these projects that I have started over the years that I get so far with, and then I get another one and it's like, oh, I need to do that one. And it has to be said that, sorry, this keeps falling down, that pandemic was a bit of a labour for me. There were times when I wasn't really enjoying it, but I'm determined, and I think 100 stitches a day over 2 weeks, somebody do the math for me, 14 days, that's 1400 stitches, isn't it? 14,000? No, 1400. Hang on a minute. Oh dear God. Me and maths don't go together very well. Right. What are you doing, Shadow? No, you're not Shadow, you're Bambi. Right, okay, so utilities. Calculator. Right, 100 times 14 equals, yeah, I was right, 1400 stitches. So there you go. I may do more than 1400 stitches. You never know. But you can keep watching this space. So, where are we? 31 minutes. What else can I tell you? This week, I think I might have mentioned it when I last filmed. I think I've mentioned before that I run a crafting group at work, and I used to run one in Shipley, where we were based before the office closed, before pandemic and everything. And Leeds, whilst this is a lovely office, it's very anonymous. It's a massive building. It's one of these double buildings. So there's the bit in the middle, which is the central atrium. And sometimes you don't realise you've crossed over. I work in building 8, but before you realise it, you're in building 7 if you're not careful where you're going. And it's a government building, so there's a lot of government departments in there. And you know, you can go down to the cafe and you don't see anybody you know, because of having so many other departments in there. So I started this crafting group and we put it out to the general population. And we have members from a lot of the other government departments, which is really, really nice. And every year we do this thing at work, it's called Learning at Work, where they do workshops for people that want to learn how to write success profiles and how to do this and how to do that, all to do with work. But they also do other little workshops as well. There's a lady who runs a chair yoga workshop, which I think I joined in with last year, and I joined in with it this past week. And we were approached and asked if we would like to do a crafting session, but they wanted us to do it over the 2 sites, Bradford and Leeds. Sorry, I have no idea what the cats are up to. You probably hear them knocking things over. So of course we said yes. Unfortunately, they didn't set it up very well, and they set it up as a Teams meeting, Microsoft Teams meeting, rather than round the table in a conference room meeting. So I sort of was saying to people on both sides, you know, come up and, you know, come in with us and we'll show you how to do stuff. Tuesday, it was a massive big room and there was me and one other girl in it. Thursday was much better because there was me, Charlotte and Natalie, who are regular members of the group. and with one other lady who I dragged up with us, Sana, who decided that she wanted to learn to cross stitch. And oh my god, she loved it. She absolutely loved it. So she's gone off with a little cross stitch kit, and hopefully we will see a finish from her at some point. But I was speaking to one of the overall organisers afterwards, and she said, hopefully we'll get you to do it again next year. And I thought, yeah, that would be really good if we can get it to go the way we want it to. Sorry, Shadow is under the coffee table and I have no idea what she's doing. And because quite a few people had messaged during the call and then sent messages afterwards saying, had we known you were actually in the office, we would have come in. So there we go. Lessons learned, and you know, when we do it next year, we will make sure that people are aware that it is a face-to-face project rather than you know, just somebody talking to you over Teams, because crafting really is a face-to-face thing, isn't it? One other thing I was going to show you, and I forgot to pick it up as I came up the stairs, so if you bear with me 2 seconds, don't go anywhere. Just wanted to, I've got these hanging at the top of the stairs, on the top landing, and this was made for me by a lovely lady called Gisela, who she came and stayed with me one weekend. We were going to the Scottish stitching show, and she came over. She'd been over previously, I think it was the previous year. She was volunteering in Scotland. I don't know if it was just for 6 months. Or don't eat that, it's got prickles and you will hurt your mouth. She's ignoring me now. I've lost my thread now. Yeah, she was volunteering in Scotland. She was staying in Edinburgh, and there was a group of us that were on a Yahoo group who would get together at various people's houses for a stitching day on a Saturday. I hosted one, and Morag Wiley, she hosted one, and we had meetups in various other. We met up at the stitching show in Glasgow, and Gisela came to the one that I held in my house, and we stayed in touch for a long time. Now, she was from a little town just outside of Cologne, but was working in Berlin, and then she came over for the stitching show, and she brought that with her that she'd made for me. And then one of the other times she came over, she had designed the Brandenburg Tor, the Brandenburg Gate in Berlin for me, and I've still got the kit that she made. It's in here somewhere. Oops. There it is. It's not very far away. What's in there? Oh, let's get around to stitching it, actually. I keep forgetting it's there. What's it say at the bottom? It's called the Brandenburg Tor Kit, designed by Gisela Rademacher, 2004. Oh my god. That's nearly 20 years ago. That is 20 years ago. Oh dear God. And she's put in some anchor fabric. She's got the chart and some threads. Not anchor fabric, Ada fabric. So I probably, as you know, I don't really enjoy stitching on Ada. I've lost the top of it again. But I will swap that out and I will stitch that. Do you know what? I might even put it into 5 and 5 because it'd be a quick stitch. Sorry, I've got the floss organisers in the way now. Silly floss organiser, get off. There we go. Oh, she's even put. Oh, Isla. She's even put all the colours on there. Ah, oh, she's such a lovely, lovely lady. Really must try and get back in touch with her. Let's have a look and see if I've still got her email address. So that could go into 5 and 5. It could probably be classed as a small, really, couldn't it? Let me know what you think. I'm going to keep that. Something like that. But I love this cat. I had Minnie at the time, I think. Yes, it would have been Minnie. But that is just lovely. As I say, it used to hang in my living room back home in Glasgow, and it now hangs at the top of the stairs here. So every time I come up here, I go past it, and every time I see it, I think of Gisela. But it's lovely. So pretty. So, I don't know, what else can I tell you? I've not had any purchases, not bought anything. That's not unusual for me. I did find when I took all the stuff in for the crafting day at work, and everybody was laughing because two of the girls, Charlotte and Natalie, they decided they wanted to learn to crochet because neither of them can crochet. And I said, right, pick yourself out some wool, and got the crochet hooks out and everything. And then when I was looking at the wool, and I went, oh, what's that? And it was a pair of knitting needles, the circular ones that I'd lost ages ago. They were in there. They were in that bag with this wool. So I found them again. I think it's downstairs in my wardrobe. I need to bring it up. Yeah, I don't think there's much else I can tell you. It's 43 minutes to, so we'll waffle on for another 2 minutes, and then 45's good. 45's just the right size. If I waffle on for an hour, you'll be going, oh, what time is it? So what else can I tell you? I don't know. I haven't really done anything. Say, I was at Knit Natter yesterday. That was good. It was actually good fun yesterday, and it was a lovely day. So we had the doors open out into the little garden at Staincliffe Court where we do Knit and Natter now, and it was lovely. That just listening to the birds, and there was a blackbird flying about, singing his little heart out. It was lovely. And Ali had said that she'd heard this bird there the other week, and she looked up this sound, its song, and discovered it was a marsh tit. So, and we're quite close to the canal there, so we'll probably get pied wagtails and grey wagtails up there as well. Let's keep an eye out for them. I need to get a new bird feeder because the bird feeder fell off the window, and it's the base of it has broken. I'm going to try and glue it together, but I don't know how successful that will be. So I may, as I say, may have to get a new one. apart from that, I've not really been doing much. I have been doing, apart from this past week with being really tired, with my 2 days in the office, I've been really good knuckling down to my stitching and getting on with it. So that is, as I say, what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the day is being downstairs, watching tennis, having a catch up with Di later on in the evening, and doing some stitching on Spring Awakening. So I will let you go off and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Have a lovely stitchy 2 weeks. I will see you in 2 weeks' time, and here we go again. Again, I have no idea when that is, so I do need the calendar. Oh, there it's that. No, that's not the calendar. There, calendar. Okay, so the next one will be the 1st of June. Oh, the 1st of June. That means I can do a live roll the dice. See, I'm thinking now. I can do a live roll the dice because it's going to be the 1st of June. What do you think of that, Sharon? Brilliant. Well, that'll be something to look forward to. Well, it will be for me. I don't know about you guys. But you keep coming back for more and you keep giving me lots of lovely comments. So you must like it, what I'm doing. And it makes it worthwhile. And as Stuart was saying, and as we said during those 2 sessions that we did with the crafting, it's the process of doing it that we enjoy as much as the buying of new charts and buying of new threads and beads and all the rest of it. It's just the actual, one of the most joyful things about it is kitting up a new project, getting your threads out. But you know, if you've got silks, or you know, sit and play with, I probably play with silks more than I actually stitch with them, to be honest. Getting it all sorted out, sorting out your fabric, you know, deciding on what needle you're going to stitch on. You know, are you going to use a gold needle, or are you going to just a bog standard silver coloured needle, steel needle, or whatever they're made of these days. And I think it's nice to share what you do, especially if you're a solo stitcher like me, who spends a lot of time on my own. And what do you do when you're on your own? I can't just sit and watch TV. I need to be doing something with my hands. So whether it's cross stitch, whether it's knitting, whether it's crochet, I'm going to be doing something. If I'm sitting out in the nice weather in the backyard, I normally take my crochet out there and sit and do that. If I'm tuning into a meeting at work and it's a non-participatory meeting, I sit with my crochet, do a couple of lines of my crochet blanket. But it's just the joy that you get from it. The joy you get when you actually finish a project, like when I finished Spring, and I was just like, I was cock a hoop, I was jumping about, going, I finished it. So of course it was about 12:30 when I eventually got to bed, because I was guaranteed, I did not want to go to bed until I put that last stitch in. And once I put the last stitch in, I was like, oh look, it's finished, right, I need to take photographs. So I had to take a couple of photographs till I got it framed properly. And then I had to post those photographs. So I had to send one to Cheshire Stitcher ladies. That we do. There's a little group of us that are really friendly. So sent it to them. Sent it to Di so that she would see it. You she wouldn't see it till she got up in the morning, but hey ho. And then I put it on my Instagram. And then I thought, I need a cup of tea. So I made a cup of tea, watched a bit of telly, went to bed about 12:30. And I was worn out the following day. But I got a project finished. Brilliant. So anyhow, it's now 50. I've done 50 minutes, so I'm going to go. I'm going to leave you. Enjoy the next 2 weeks. I will see you on the 1st of June with my little dice in my hand, and hopefully some progress on what I've been working on. And keep the comments coming because I love reading them. I love interacting with you guys. You make my day, you really do. And I will see you soon, 2 weeks' time. See you here. Be here or be, no, be there or be square. Oh, never mind. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Tatty bye.